Hi, I'm Jessica. I'm a data and operations nerd and have been in the industry for over 10 years. And today I'm so excited to show you how you can generate SQL queries just by writing plain text in natural language with the best advancements of generative AI technologies. We're going to cover the 5 most common SQL queries I've seen in my career: filters, which is where clauses, aggregations, like texts, group bys, and joins. Let's get into it. This is my database, and I have several tables in here. Right now, to begin with, I'll start with the orders table. Here, I can see a complete ordering of the columns that I have, and we'll play around with some SQL queries right here, all using natural language. So the first one I want to do is a where clause. A where clause is basically just a filter. It allows you to filter and zoom in on the parts of the data that you really want to dig into next. The first one we'll do is we'll look at this query helper and go to the query generator to show me all the orders where my shipping fee is greater than the amount or the order amount. And that is kind of weird. I want to dig into that. The shipping fee typically is not greater than the order amount. So I'll add this description in plain English, and then I will choose the table that I want to select the SQL for. And voila, I see that the SQL has been created, and it includes this where clause. If I paste it in here, you should see this update right here, and I get a list of all of the orders where this was true. Next, we'll look at aggregations. Aggregations are effectively a way to summarize your data. So a sum or a count or an average or a median, these are all examples of aggregations that you might want to do on your data. So in this case, I might want to say, using the same orders table, I might want to show orders that are more than 3x the average order amount. And in this case, I am filtering, but I'm also looking at the average order amount and then filtering out orders that are more than 3 times that amount. Again, I'm just writing this in SQL and copy pasting it here. Looks like the good news. There's nothing that's more than 3x. I can change that now because the rest of the query is written for me. I changed it to 1.5x, and sure enough, you see that there are some orders that are more than 1.5 times the average order amount. The third thing we'll explore is how to write like clauses. So effectively, like is a way to filter out by text where you're fuzzy matching on the text. We're not matching on the exact text, but you're matching on subset of the text. In this case, I'm actually going to use a different data set, and I'm going to use my addresses data set to show me all of the addresses that belong to Florida. So have the word FL in it. So I can generate this as many times as I want until I'm happy here. So here, let me just copy paste the SQL back into this data. Okay, and sure enough, it ran, and you can see that it was able to get some of these Florida-based data sets. And here as well, this is actually getting a Florida-based data set. Cool. The next one I want to show you is a group by. This is very useful if you want to aggregate, but by based on certain groups. So for instance, what I'll do here, and I'll explain this to you as well, is I want to see all my orders by payment method. So I want to count all my orders. So I'm using aggregations here, and then I'm grouping them by my payment method. So I want to just see for each payment method, whether it's credit or debit, how many orders did I have? Again, sure enough, here you see payment method and the count. Again, notice I have not had to write SQL. I'm just using natural language and really quickening the pace at which I can run these analyses and ask questions of my data. Another way of doing this is by asking this query to be generated where I want to see the leading cause of order exceptions. So what I'm doing here is I'm just saying, hey, just tell me what was the most leading cause of why orders were not fulfilled. And here you'll see again the group by clause here, and you'll notice this new concept of an order by, which effectively allows you to say, group by all of these different order exceptions, and then in descending order of the number of exceptions that were had, actually select the first one. So you select the top leading cause of of order exceptions. And here you saw it was delivery fee, and the exception count was 11. Again, this is super seamless and helps you get really digging into your data without having to figure out the exact SQL query. And this is the last one that I'll leave you with, is what's very popular is joins. Joins are a way of combining different tables. Here you'll see so far we have just been using a single table, but you can actually use multiple tables right here as well. So I can say, show me the top 3 highest dollar amounts of orders that had exceptions. So I want to take my orders data set and I want to take my order exceptions data set and generate the SQL right here. It's going to take a minute. And once the SQL is generated, you can actually copy it like this, and then you can paste it and you can run this query again. So in a nutshell, in a few quick minutes, we've shown you how you can add a where clause to filter out results. You can add an aggregate clause. You can add a like to show similar text results, a group bys, and joins. These are the 5 basic SQL skills that you didn't even have to know SQL to write. Thank you for watching.